Good morning, everyone. I'm so glad to see a lot of familiar faces here, people that I know and some new people that I've met this morning. I just want to tell you a little bit about myself for those of you who don't know who I am or have never heard me speak before. I was trained as a chiropractor and had a clinic in Brick, New Jersey for over 30 years. In 2008, July of 2008, my wife, who was my office manager, and my business partner was diagnosed with a brain tumor. And while she was in the hospital recovering from surgery, from an 18-hour surgery, I got a call telling me that my office was destroyed in a fire. So I hadn't practiced since 2008, but one of my patients happened to be the founder of iPEC, which is the the Institute for Professional Excellence in Coaching, and suggested that I would make a great coach, and that I was able to stay home with my wife and take care of her and go through this course. So that's exactly what I did. When I graduated in 2012 from the course, I actually became a coach, a business coach, for a multi-disciplinary chiropractic medical clinic, physical therapy in North Jersey. And then I decided when my mom got sick last year that I was going to start my own practice. So here I am today doing speaking engagements like this and talking to everyone here today, and we're going to have a great time, I'm sure. Today we're going to discuss effortless selling. So I'm sure all of you in some way, shape, or form are involved in sales. And so we're going to talk a little bit about the sales process. We're going to talk a little bit about what differentiates that top 10% of the salespeople from just the average 10%. We'll talk about different types of selling, and we'll talk about what it really takes to get it done, and most importantly, what the real secret is. So without further ado, let's get started, okay? So has anyone ever watched the Olympics, the Winter Olympics? You like watching the Winter Olympics? Well, I think it was last week or so, they just opened up the rink in Rockefeller Center, and they had Merrill Davis and Charlie White start skating around the rink. And I said to myself as they were doing that, I said, man, they make it look effortless. But yet, in reality, there's a lot of hard work that goes into making that look effortless. There's a lot of dedication that goes on behind the scenes to make it look effortless. But then I thought, they won the gold medal. So there must have been hundreds, if not thousands of people that put in that same type of work, that got up every morning and went through those routines. Because I can get up in the morning at 5 o'clock, I can go to the YMCA, I could jump into the swimming pool, I could start kicking my arms and flapping my feet around every single day. But is that going to make me an Olympic athlete? Now, no one can say I'm not putting out the effort, because I certainly am. But what makes that difference between the Olympic athlete and the person that does the work but doesn't get the result? That's the secret. That's the secret. It's how you show up. It's how you show up in business. These salespeople that do it and make it look effortless may not even be aware of what they're doing, but what they're doing is they're showing up at a very, very high energy. Albert Einstein says the only thing that exists is energy. And we're going to talk about energy because your energy actually determines the result that you get. You may have a script that you need to read in a presentation, and two people could read the same script, and yet one gets a sale and one doesn't. Why is that? Or if you've ever gone to a play, have you ever gone to a Broadway play more than once and then said to yourself, you know what, the first time I saw the play, it was much better than the second time, when the words were all the same. The same words came out of each actor's mouth, but it was the energy that created the difference. So we're going to talk about energy. And when we talk about energy, we're going to bring this new concept into things that probably you already know. Samuel Johnson, who was a British writer, said that most people need to be reminded more than they need to be instructed. Because I'm sure that you know your business. whatever business you're in, you pretty much know your business. And so it's the opportunity for you to understand what's going on behind the way you show up on a daily basis and how your energy shows up. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about energy and how this energy actually affects the process that you get and the results that you get. Now, if you did everything that a top salesperson did and you showed up the way they show up, you should theoretically get the same result. Because it's about the law of cause and effect. See, thought is very, very high energy. And your thoughts create. Your thoughts create. Your thoughts create the cause. Your thoughts create the cause. And then from those thoughts, you get the conditions. So in reality, conditionality really doesn't exist because you're the one that creates the condition. When you get up in the morning and you stumble out of bed and you bump your head and you turn the water on and it's ice cold and you scream and you spill the milk, going to get your cereal or whatever, and then you go outside and you're not concentrating or you're texting or whatever, and then God forbid you're in a car accident and everything's not going right. Well, I didn't predict that. I didn't wish that upon myself. No, probably not. But what you did was you were sending out those signals. So I want you to think of energy as signals. Every morning when you wake up, you have little antennas on your head, and you're projecting out these radio waves. And whatever you're sending out, that's what you're attracting in. So we're going to talk about these different levels of energy and how they show up in everyone's life.